It's Hamish T to V, proudly sponsored by The Positive Barber. I'm here again with Jordan Banjo, who is taking on former Misfits heavyweight champion Tempo Arts this Saturday. Tomorrow night, you're looking in great shape, my guy.
Thank you, bro.
I think you've slimmed up a little bit.
Slimmed up a little bit,
Yeah.
trimmed up a little bit.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to go on the diversity tour, actually. Do you know what I mean? So
Okay.
I was dancing and fighting fit, not just fighting fit this time,
Yeah.
and hopefully fighting fitter than I was last time as well. I think like that first fight with Will, who's obviously on this card as well, that experience sort of gives you a bit more of an idea of the mountain you've got to climb. Do you know what I mean? Because you'll know this, bro. You've had more fights than I've had at dinners, brother. You be fighting all the time, but fight night is so different to training and sparring. You can be the best sparrer, the fittest guy in the gym. When you get there on the night, it's completely different. So
Absolutely.
everyone tried to tell me before my first one. I was like, yeah. And it wasn't until I actually got in the ring, I was like, oh shit, this is different. So I know tomorrow night's gonna be hard, no matter how much I've trained and this and that. A fight's always gonna be difficult, but at least this time I got more of an idea of what's happening. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it, brother.
So you've been in there now, you've got it done. That was a great fight last time out. 4th round TKO. You really put the beats on him. Like, that was a very good showcase of your ability there. But Tempo, of course, he's a former heavyweight champion. He's got raw power. Like this, do you think this is gonna be your toughest fight? Do you think?
Like just because, and it's not a disrespect to Will. Obviously, I was the heavier guy when it was me against Will. Tempo's one, like obviously heavier than me. Two, I mean, he's a former champion. He's got a lot more experience than me and Will combined. Do you know what I mean? Me and Will have had one fight each, and Tempo's had 5 or 6 or something. He's had a lot more ring time than us. So that, of course, it's going to be my most difficult fight based purely on experience, even if you just went on that attribute. So look, like I said, I know there's a mountain to climb. I know it's going to be difficult, but we're going to get the job done, bro. Genuinely, I believe that we're going to get the job done.
What do you think you bring to the table that Tempo doesn't have that will benefit you tomorrow night?
Definitely not a beard. He's got a way better beard than me, bro.
A Viking like Kratos beard.
Lord, that Kratos beard, that's exactly what
You
he's
get
got.
a paper cut on his beard.
Yeah, exactly, bro. As long as he doesn't have that Kratos strength, I think I'll be all right. But no, do you know what? I think that as much as he's got way more experience, he's fought either a lot of debutants or people. Sorry, time Mitchell. He's fought a lot of debutants or people who were losing or whatever. I had the losing record. I think it's a slightly different mentality when you get in there with a winning fighter. Now, obviously, it's all right for me to say I fought a debutant as well, and I haven't got any more experience than that. So, but I do think it's different. I know he's fought big guys, but I'm probably, between me and Chase, we're probably the tallest. Chase was relatively inexperienced then as well. It was 3 years ago. I don't know. I think I don't want to give too much away, but I think I'll bring a few things that he hasn't had to face in the ring before. Of course, he's going to have sparred, like all of us. We've all sparred people who are levels above what we'll ever fight on Misfits. So I've had the privilege of sparring a few pros, and Anthony Yard, stuff like that, who's fighting for the flipping WBC titles. I'm never going to face someone like that on Misfits. Do you know what I'm saying? Well, unless you're Ty Mitchell, who's fighting. Do you know what I mean? Gabe Rosado.
Never say never.
You never say never. But you know what I'm trying to say. We've all fought people better, but once you're in the ring. And we've got the little 10 ounces on, the crowd's there, the cameras are there, the ring's bigger. Like, it's all a little bit different. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's going to be different. It's definitely different for me, but it's obviously different for Tempo as well.
Do you reckon you go after that heavyweight belt, even if Tempo gets that rematch, regardless of the result tomorrow night? Is that a belt you want to get your hands on, no matter who's got it in their hands?
Yeah, I'll say it time and time again. I'm interested in the belt, not who's holding it. Because I have nothing but respect for Chase Damore. Really like him, think he's a really kind guy, really nice guy. Like, I think as well, and this is a hot take here, people will probably go, ugh. I think he's massively underestimated. Like, yeah, he might not box the prettiest, but he's effective, he's big, he's strong, he's athletic, and he's on a winning streak. Like, he gets the job done, so you can't argue with results.
Absolutely.
He's out there in Mexico building his pro record, he's gaining ring experience, he's getting a better ring IQ, he's doing his job, bro. All you can give is respect to that. So, if an opportunity came round and they said, look, you can fight for the belt, and Chase still had it, of course I would take the fight, but it's never a disrespect thing. Do you know what I'm saying? I know I've got my stripes to get to that position. I'm 1-0 at the moment. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So obviously I'd love further down the line to get that opportunity if it comes along sick. Whoever's holding the belt at the time.
Yeah, no, I fully agree with what you're saying about Chase. Like, obviously he's not the most technical boxer, but I believe, when he was against Andrew Tate, I think, because he's not a technical boxer, Andrew can't compute how to fight a man like that.
Essentially, he's effective.
It works for him.
It works for him. He does his job well, and you people who don't respect Chase and talk about fighting him. I think there's been a lot. I think every single one of his opponents has brought up the Josh Bruckner swing and brought up this and brought up that, and the last however many have lost. Do you know what I'm trying to say to him? So you can talk as much as you want. They've all lost to him. So I think maybe showing a bit of respect, knowing what you're going in there with. If you do end up fighting Chase, will probably be a bit better for you.
Yeah, of course. No, I've looked into. I didn't realise this. I looked yesterday. Your father, a former professional boxer. So this is quite an amazing storyline for you.
Yeah.
You want to follow in his footsteps. What's that mean to you to go in there tomorrow, follow your father's footsteps and make him proud? What does it mean to you?
Bro, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here, because I wasn't happy with the first performance. That's the main reason why I wanted to do it. You know, I didn't start boxing till I was 30. My dad didn't want me to fight at all. I had that first one, and I was like, I didn't show what I can do. And like I said, it's not about the glossy knockout or the this or the that. It's not about trying to get any of that for me. It's about just boxing to my ability, putting on a good show. Of course, you want to have a good fight, but I also want to show that I have some boxing ability. You know, I want that to be on display. And if that's the case, I'll be happy, and hopefully he'll be happy too.
Has he had any involvement in your camp?
Yeah, he's been at every session. The first camp, my dad was way more hands off. I didn't think he wanted it to feel like he was overbearing or you got to do this, you got to do that. Where this camp, I said to him, like, Dad, like, I want you there. Like, he's one of my trainers. Do you know what I mean? He's one of my trainers now, which is wicked, and he sort of brings a really grounding energy to the camp. He's been there, done it. You know, he's 70 years old, my dad. Do you know what I mean? He had loads of fights, fought for the British title. He knows what he's talking about. So for me, having that experience, I've got the benefit of his experience, which is wicked for me. So yeah, it's been really good.
That's amazing, man. Final thing, predictions. I'm going to get straight to the point.
Go for it.
I want a method prediction. How do you win tomorrow night?
By any means necessary. That's the way we're going to win. By any means.
What is it? But Conor McGregor says you got to pay to find out.
Yeah, there you go. Actually, you got to subscribe to DAZN to find out. That's what you got to do. You probably get a free subscription with like a trial or something. So subscribe and watch it. All right.
If not, watch the highlights next day on YouTube.
Yeah, you can do that. That's also like, but I can't say that. He said it. Subscribe. Yeah, love that.
Man. Pleasure, man. Best of luck tomorrow night. That was a crisp handshake. That was. That's it. Magnitudes. Thank you, mate. Cheers. There's a bag there.